Welcome into our final edition of Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye Lee-McNelis. This little stress ball that has been with us all season long gets to kind of hang out and rest here in our final show because we're all a little more rested, rejuvenated, excited about already beginning the process into next season as Lady Eagles put the wraps on the 15-16 season at the Conference USA Tournament. And we'll start there and also talk about the recruits and talk about everything that has been wrapping here in this month of March. Lady Eagles went over, played UAB on their home floor, and that was a ball game in which the Lady Eagles kind of got out of the gate slow and had a couple of little surges in that game but could never really find a rhythm.
You know, Josh, UAB is a very good basketball team, and when you have an opportunity to play them on the floor, it makes it even tougher. You know, they had a little bit of revenge factor. The year before, we were able to beat them on their home court in the conference tournament. And so, again, all that plays in the factor. We did not have an answer for their big post player, Winsborn, nor did we have an answer for Chelsea Black. And those two seniors played as if it was their last game, and they played extremely well, and you have to give them tremendous credit. We did not play our best game. Brittany Dinkins played extremely well for us, brought a surge of energy. But again, it was not truly the Lady Eagles' best game. Now, I'm going to tell you this. It wasn't that we didn't try. It wasn't that we didn't want to by any means. This group of young ladies was very committed to do everything that was needed for us to be successful. And it was fun that morning because when we went through our film session, it's like their answers. They were making A-pluses on all the questions that Coach Jordan Dupuis was asking in game preparation. And it was like, yeah, we got it. Fortunately, unfortunately, you know, the scoreboard just didn't end up the way the Lady Eagles would like for it to be.
And so just a little bit of a jump start now for the Lady Eagles on next season. One of the things, though, about March, though, going on, I want to start here. Your coaching tree has been very busy. In particular, in the Southland Conference, I believe it was the semifinals, there were 4 coaches in that game that had had ties to your staffs and had been players or former assistants, Brooke Rhodes being another part of that mix. And you've been very proud to see the way that a lot of your former coaches have developed.
You know, they've worked very hard. I mean, in that game, you had Brooke Rhodes, that's an assistant coach at Central Arkansas. You had, and it's interesting because they're the Brooks. You had Brooke Storr, that was the head coach of Northwestern State. You had Brenda Nichols at Sam Houston State, and Brooks Donald Williams, that was at McNeese State. And you know, I just wish that timing would have allowed me to get there to be able to watch that semifinal game. And then in the championship game, it was Central Arkansas with Brooke Rhodes that played here, and Brenda Nichols that was one of my former assistants as well. So, you know, I was just really so proud of what they accomplished. And, you know, I wished I would have had the opportunity to be there with them. And, you know, then Jennifer Hoover that worked for me, that's at Wake Forest, that had an unbelievable year and has had a great run in NIT, actually just recently beating Charlotte there as well. So, again, it's fun when you just watch former players and former people that have worked with you. Jennifer Sullivan at Missouri State's having unbelievable success with Kelly Harper there. And it's just exciting when you see people that believe that work plus attitude equals success. And I will tell you, that's truly what those young ladies believe, and I'm just real proud of them.
One of the things we were excited to see as well was the play of, in particular, Shantae Hells with Gina Skelton teaming up at Quitman. And congratulations to them.
Away.
They did a great job, and she is going to be an exciting addition. Just recently named first team All-State. It's going to be fun to watch her put on the black and gold.
You know what? I am going to tell you, there are people that love to play the game, and they may not show it, but I'm going to tell you, that child, Josh, she is like this on every possession. You know, she hits game winners. She makes 3 balls. She scores 14 points in the fourth quarter and plays with unbelievable energy and enthusiasm. And I just cannot wait. And I know my coaches are the same. Shantae Hales coming in here to play guard at Southern Miss is going to be some exciting. Our fans are going to love one thing that's going to make her so special And that is her fun-loving, hard-working personality.
And then she'll be joined by some other players coming in, Respect being another one of those players. Talk about some of our other players that have signed up that we can look forward to next season as well.
You know, Respect Leaphart actually is a teammate of Kiri Jewett coming out of high school. Respect was a young lady that had tremendous success in high school. They were a little short this year of winning that state championship, which Kiri Jewett was a part of that when she was there at Dunbar High School. And Respect is a young lady that made all region, had a really good senior year as well. And then Molly Brown, our one junior college player that we signed out of South Georgia Tech, Americus, Georgia, is a young lady, Josh, that can flat shoot the ball, and we're excited to have Molly. And Molly just has an air about her of leadership, of knowing what's right, doing what's right, and people around her. She just loves people. She reaches out to people. And I just think that's something that is going to make Molly very special in our program. You know, and I always say that God did not put us on this earth to be self-serving. So many people believe that. You know, I, along with my staff, that's not us. It is to serve others. It is to help others live their dreams. And that is truly the philosophy of this program. Molly Brown is a player that has that same philosophy. And so we're excited about having her. We got to get a few more. And we're excited. We've been on the road. You know, someone says, well, you're going to get to have a break. Well, not till signing date's over. And when signing date's over, then we have 2 eval weekends. But get us through April, and our coaching staff will be able to get a good breath and relax a little bit. But we've got to finish strong in recruiting. There's some key components that we need to help this program get back to competing for the conference championship. And, you know, I can't ask for a better staff that works so hard and so diligently in doing what it takes for us to be successful. And we're beating the bushes, we're running the roads, we're flying in airplanes. Like I told someone the other day, we're flying high and we're flying low to be able to find recruits, and we're not leaving a stone unturned. We're unturning them all to be able to find some Lady Eagles that has, number one, a passion to work. Not to be the best, but to work. Because if you have the passion to work, you will be the best. People that, we can't have young ladies in our program that are scared of work and that are not committed to work. That has to happen, and that's what we're looking for, is workers are winners. And with that becomes attitude to be the best. And that's what we're in search of. And we've got to have 2 or 3 more of them, and we're really looking forward to getting them on campus and showing them what Southern Miss is all about.
So the early part of the month was a tough situation. No way to sugarcoat it. But the Lady Eagles have put that sugar with those lemons, made some lemonade. They're making the most out of this rough situation. And so it's going to be a lot of this extra time on the recruiting trail, as you talked about. It's going to pay dividends in the future. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue with the program. We'll catch up with Tajanay Veiga, one of my favorites, the junior out of Boston, Massachusetts. Then in our final segment, we'll talk about the golf tournament coming up, the banquet coming up, also camps coming up this summer. The future Lady Eagles out there, you want to be a part of this. So we'll take a break, come back, continue with more with Southern Miss Sports Today right after this. As we continue with Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye Lee-McNelis, as you can see, we're joined by Tajanay Veiga, the junior guard out of Boston, Massachusetts. And I guess I could almost call you a senior guard now, as that junior season is in the rearview mirror. And Taj, you know, we joke about it all the time, but everybody, and especially in like another month at the golf tournament, everybody's a little rested. The bumps and bruises, you're healed up a little bit. You're excited now to begin the process again for next year. But how are you feeling, and how are your teammates feeling as you're ready to begin preparation for next season?
I'm feeling great. Had a week off, so you know I'm ready to get back into working out and getting ready for next year. My teammates are too. We're all excited.
This was a challenging season. There's no way that you can really describe it any other way than that. But this team learned a lot. This team really dug deeper than they ever thought they could. Were able to push through walls that were there that you might have thought was a ceiling that actually wasn't. This team went to another level, but it's just kind of like this team ran out of time to take the next step. What were your thoughts?
I think this year was a learning experience. We went through some lows, we went through some highs, but at the end of the day, it was a learning experience. We all know what we got to do now for next year for us to become better. We know we're all coming back, so we're going to do what we have to do to be a great team.
It's definitely going to be a lot of interesting pieces. And from a team with no experience to a team with so much experience next year, what was the biggest thing that you took out of this year? You talked about the challenges and the things you had to overcome, but maybe just for you personally and maybe what you kind of taught collectively as a team, what were the biggest takeaways?
Just to play as a team and to always be there for your teammates, no matter what. You know, that's key. And just to give it your all every day.
And for the Lady Eagles, heading into this offseason, this is going to be an offseason where the new players will come in over the summer, latter part of the summer. You'll get a chance to work with them. Obviously, the expectations in this program so high.
Yeah.
And so for looking into next year, what are a lot of goals that you and your teammates are already talking about?
Just to be there for one another. Always have a winning attitude, have a great attitude, and just to work hard every day and just do what we got to do.
Now, for you, what's this summer going to look like? Is it going to be any type of going home to see family a little bit? Is it going to be here most of the time during the summer, working on your game, taking classes, getting ahead a little bit? What's that going to look like?
Yeah, I'm probably going to be here for most of the summer, taking classes and working out so I can get better, you know, and get a feel for my teammates so we can start building.
Is it going to be the first Mississippi summer for you or the second Mississippi summer? Are you adjusted to this heat, or is this going to be kind of the first real dose of it?
Nah, I think I'm adjusted to it. You know, I love the heat, so I'm just ready for it.
Oh, I'm with you. I could be living in, you know, if this is where I want to live in the winter, and then again, I could be here all year round. This is about as far north as I want to go. We're wrapping up with Tajanay Veiga here on Southern Miss Sports Today. Again, you look at everything from the season, a lot of exciting things coming up with the golf tournament, with the camps.
Right.
What's some of the exciting things you're looking forward to be able to interact with the fans and interact with young players? What are some of the things you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm definitely ready for this golf tournament. It's going to be my first tournament, and I heard, you know, from my players that it's fun. You meet great people, and just to be around the fans is always a good thing, you know.
And how about working with the young players? What's kind of the one big tip and the takeaway you try to give them when you're working with them? Some that are new, some that are trying to take their game to the next level, high school age kids. What's the one thing you try to pass on to them at a young age?
I would just say always be coachable and always be willing to work out and always work out. Because if you're ahead of the game, then who's going to stop you? And if you're coachable, then any coach is going to want to, you know, help you out so you could become better.
And the last question. Where have you seen yourself grow the most? It might not even be on the basketball floor. Where have you grown the most this year?
I would say just playing and trying to encourage my teammates and always trying to have a winning attitude. So, yeah.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch you play, continue your career, because she's got this little scoring streak in her that really didn't come out this year. We saw it in flashes, but watch out for her as I think is a scorer next season. Tosh, thanks so much.
Thank you.
That's Tajanay Veiga. We're going to take a break, come back, and we'll bring back in Coach McNelis. We'll talk about the golf tournament, the banquet, the camps, all of that coming up to wrap the season here on Southern Miss Sports Today. Back in a moment here on the Southern Miss IMG Sports Network.
That'll do it. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Southern Miss fans, show your pride with real Golden Eagles gear from the official online store, shop.southernmiss.com. You'll find everything a Golden Eagles fan needs, from jerseys to sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of Golden Eagles products, including official team merchandise from Russell, when it comes to Golden Eagles pride, there's only one place real Southern Miss fans go, shop.southernmiss.com.
Thank you so much for this prestigious award. I would like to thank my friends and family.
Hey, it's time for your homework.
Coming, Mama. As I was saying, I would also like to thank my educators for all they've done with me. Without them, I couldn't do anything.
And the winner of the first place award for small cities is Hattiesburg, Mississippi for the Education Initiative.
What are you doing back there, Haley?
Feeling like a winner.
As we put the wraps on this season of Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye Lee-McNelis, a lot to come up now in terms of ways you can be involved, interact with our team and with our coaching staff and help make a difference in our program. Camps coming up, golf tournament coming up. The banquet is a great chance to celebrate all that makes Lady Eagle basketball schedule. A lot of fun things to talk about here at the end.
You know, the very first thing we have coming up, Josh, is our big fundraiser, our Lady Eagle basketball golf tournament that's held at Canebrake. You can go to our website and sign up. Our goal is $40,000, Josh, to raise in one day. And our staff is beating the bushes. A lot of people like you in our community are really reaching out to help us find golfers, to be able to get golfers, hole sponsors, corporate sponsors. And, you know, some people, like one gentleman said, Coach, all I can give you is $50. I'll welcome $50. I welcome $25. Whatever we can have so that we can help give these young ladies even more things as we move forward. Right now, we're planning on this upcoming season to go on a trip to Puerto Rico to play a lot of nationally ranked teams before Christmas. We have to have money to be able to make that happen, and we're just really excited about that. And that golf tournament, it's going to provide you lunch. You're going to get Nike gifts. You're going to get gifts from different casinos that are around. You know, there's a lot of food. There's a great silent auction that will also be a part of that. You'll get lunch, you'll get dinner, and we're going to have a kids' time that evening late at Canebrake where the parents can bring their children out and putt around and play a little golf with the Lady Eagles. So it's going to be a fun time. April the 18th, tea time, lunch starts at noon and tea time's at 1. Please go to our website to sign up for that. Basketball camps, JLMbasketballcamps.com. For the elite player, for the young player that's just learning how to play at age 5, 6, and 7, and for that player that has a dream of being a great player is our position camp that we have that is truly one of the best camps for elevating your skill set. And then we have our team camp where we always bring 40 to 50 high school teams and club teams from around the area to come in and participate. So that's going to be awesome. Our banquet date is the middle of April. Has not been set yet, but people can check our website. We're waiting on confirmation on that prior to shooting this show. But we're really excited about what the next few months brings for Lady Eagle basketball. And Josh, I'm just going to say a special thank you to you, Coach James, Shirley. What a great job that you all have done. Our marketing people and Brent Jones, to Craig Adams, who has taken care of our shows, editing our shows, produced our shows. And I would also like to say a special thanks to our administration and the most awesome staff that I have that has given their all to make a difference in the lives of these young ladies.
It's been a blast, and it's been fun to be able to already begin the process for next year. It never stops. It's 24/7, 365. We're always planning to make this program better, to take that next step. It's a lot of fun to see the new heights we're going to achieve next year. Coach, it's a pleasure to work with you and your staff as well.
Thank you, Josh.
That's Coach McNelis. For Craig Adams, I'm Josh West. Special thanks as well to Tajanay Veiga. Until next time, it's been Southern Miss Sports Today with head coach Joye Lee-McNelis.